But OG were a team that came through, obviously had their roster ripped apart by evil geniuses.
And I learned that the 2 players are leaving and one of them's my best friend. We spent 8 years together and now it's over.
So forming a team 3 months before TI and having a shot at winning TI, no.
I just want to own some noobs. Wake up in the morning and that's just...
That's it. Yeah.
Your grand champions of TIA! It's OG!
You had this infinite source of motivation. Now it's not there anymore.
But the way I see it is that it's still there.
He just does not give a crap. Anna will give all the life. This is just fountain bombing.
He's at half-out set! Take it to goal! He gets the goal of his lifetime!
I take offense from teams thinking they can win against us.
As that'll be it. No more backup here for OG as Tundra, they'll claim the victory. GG called by OG. Tundra will take this series 2-0 and they've secured themselves a ticket to the grand final here.
I think they're a very arrogant team, actually, and I don't respect arrogance at all, so I can't really respect who they are as a team.
Thing is, you win as a team and you lose as a team, and everything that we're going to do here, we're going to do as a team.
OG were once the plucky underdog heroes of Dota.
Congratulations again, your champions, Team OG!
If you somehow don't already know their story, OG started as a small independent org founded by the players, who climbed their way up the ranks of the competitive Dota ladder through devastating losses and roster shuffles.
I just want to own some noobs. Wake up in the morning and that's just...
That's it. Yeah.
After a few years, they became known for dominating Dota's majors, winning more major titles than any other team in the world. Despite that though, Dota's real prize, the Aegis, was always just out of OG's reach. But even without Dota's biggest prize, OG had already won something else. They had the hearts of fans all over the world. Individual team members, most notably No-Tail, were heavy fan favorites. OG were all about the power of flowers and friendship. They were the underdogs that you just felt compelled to root for.
As a pro player, I look at some teams, like when they're performing their best, I think it's magic, I think it's incredible, I think it's like a miracle that you have 5 individuals like coming together like this. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, sometimes you have people like a bit out of sync, not on the same page. It's just important to remember that everybody is trying their best.
But despite their best efforts, after years of underperforming at TI and a mad scramble to even have a team ready in time for the tournament, TI8 seemed completely out of OG's grasp. But shockingly, they blew everyone away and became the first team in the history of Dota 2 to win TI from the open qualifier. And anybody who thought that OG would be satisfied with just one TI win was in for a pretty rude awakening the next year.
Why should you become weaker from doing this once? You can stamp it again.
Because you're satisfied with yourself.
Because you're satisfied.
So you're weak now. You had this infinite source of motivation. Now it's not there anymore, you know?
But the way I see it is that it's still there.
OG rolled into TI9 with the kind of swagger that you can only justify if you're the best team in the world. They took goofy pictures, played insane comps, and even trolled their opponents in-game.
Thompson, he just does not give a crap. Anna will give all the life. This is just fountain bombing. Gee, you got it. This is soul-breaking. GG. Okay. GG. The message has been sent.
And it turns out that all that posturing was justified. OG could back it all up, because at TI9, they became the first team to not only win 2 TIs, but to win 2 TIs in a row.
There is no question that we are witnessing the best team of all time.
I'm at a loss of words from the way that they played this. It was just an absolute beatdown. They're just way too good at Dota.
But this was where the trouble started. OG had reached the pinnacle of glory in Dota 2. No-Tail had officially become the richest esports player in the world. Seb got one of the sickest caster calls in history dedicated to him.
He's at half-out set! Take it to goal! He gets the goal of his lifetime!
Thompson got hot. Jerax finally got to retire in peace, while Anna actually came out of retirement to relive his glory days and play with OG. And the team now had an exciting new player in their midst, Saksa.
Johan, tell me, what did you see in him?
Someone tall. Just kidding.
So, yeah,
At first, things looked pretty good for OG, except they weren't doing as well as you'd think for the former TI champions. OG failed to qualify for the Singapore Major and the We Play Anna Major.
They popped the God Strength, but of course the refraction is allowing him to ignore all of that damage. Anna kills some spiders, but that's all he's going to be killing here. The mother. Mother comes, as always. Team Liquid.
No Tail's dead, mid one's dead, insert hero here dead.
They're in yeah.
Wow, okay.
All right.
Liquid, they're hungry.
Anna decided retirement was the way to go after all, and dipped after just a couple months on the roster, forcing OG to look for a replacement before the TI Western European Regional Qualifiers started. They found their man in Sumail, so things looked okay on that front. But was OG okay? In the months leading up to TI, there were a few things going on with OG. No Tail publicly accused another team of cheating before getting the full story on what the tournament rules permitted. Seb jumped in on that one as well, before getting distracted by a public feud with Team Secret's social media manager Arnaud, who was admittedly a little too happy about OG's lackluster performances.
The result, of course, was a barrage of DMs in which Seb chastised Arnaud in a pretty caustic way for allegedly taking things too far.
All things considered, Secret's social media guy may have had a reason to act the way he did, given that Seb called Secret arrogant for even thinking they were on OG's level in an interview he gave Ruha back in 2020.
I think they're a very arrogant team, actually, and I don't respect arrogance at all, so I can't really respect who they are as a team. And they're trying to act like they look confident, and I truly believe that when somebody's confident, you feel it, and I don't feel confidence from them.
A lot of people found the combination of what Seb said and how he said it ironic, to put it mildly. From the outside looking in, it looked like the fame and fortune had finally gone to OG's heads. Like somewhere along the way, the underdogs had turned into bullies. But it's hard to be mad if winners get carried away with a little bit of smack talk. At least it would be if OG would, you know, win. Because they didn't make it into the majors, they were anything but a shoo-in for TI-10. And OG found themselves battling through a last chance regional gauntlet to secure their spot. And they almost didn't make it.
Thompson, he's out of the game for good. As that'll be it. No more backup here for OG as Tundra, they'll claim the victory. GG called by OG as Tundra will take this series 2-0 and they've secured themselves a ticket to the grand final here.
Fortunately for OG, miracles are their specialty, and they made a comeback from the lower bracket to win the grand finals rematch against Tundra.
Dude, you're about to knock them out of qualification for TI. Saksa just no mercy. No mercy at all. As one by one, all of Tundra falls, OG doesn't even die, and GG is called. OG are going back to TI to defend their title.
Obviously, a large chunk of the Dota 2 fandom were happy to see OG on the list of teams at TI this year. After achieving everything Dota has to offer, it's undeniable that OG etched themselves into esports history and into the hearts of the community.
Sebastien, I mean, honestly, I dedicate this tournament to him. Oh, this is so crazy.
You're making me cry. Stop it.
But as the two-time world champions with a shot at a third victory this year, OG's members are obviously more heavily scrutinized than the other top teams out there. Their words and actions are held to a standard that, in all fairness, might be a lot to handle. Still, gods are expected to act accordingly, and OG's antics have actually driven some of their former fans into wishing they'd lose just to dilute the toxic sense of self-importance that the team seems to have developed.
I take offense from teams thinking they can win against us. I actually take offense. Like it annoys me, because I'd like to think that after what has been done, they should realize that this isn't realistic. It's like, maybe you can, but there's no way you believe that you can. That's nonsense. You should believe that you can't, and there's a word in which, yeah, you might.
It's possible that OG have just been around for so long and won so much that they've become the anti-heroes of the scene. The giant that angry Dota fans can pick on without feeling like they're beating up on the little guy. After all, it's easy to cheer for the underdog, and it's just as easy to jump to a new underdog when one presents itself. When all is said and done, OG's rise remains one of the most inspiring Cinderella stories in esports history, which is what makes their transformation into the anti-heroes of Dota all the more exciting. And that's why if they win again and piss everyone off, it'll just be another incredible chapter in their already unbelievable story. Sorry, that scared me. I forgot you were there. Scared me. I was like, the f is that? Oh right, Seb's here. Jesus. Thompson got hot. I don't know how to say this. How do you say this? Yeah, it's a very good line, Alina. I just had no idea how I was supposed to say it.